All right, welcome back to another episode of Trading Levels with Alighten. I had to switch the chart out to check something out for somebody, but we're back trading the March 23rd, which is I think still Monday, right? Yeah. Um, and this is about where we left off. I'm trying to think. We took this trade. That was the last one. So let's jump back into it. I'm going to continue to trade the week. Although now I've seen, I had to check out something to see if there was a bug on the 26th. So now I've kind of seen that day. So maybe I'll wait a few days before playing that day. But I haven't seen any of these other days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I can play these in market replay and record them, and we can kind of learn together what works and what doesn't. I'm playing these at 3 times speed, and that causes quite a bit of issues. So it's hit and miss, right? I want to keep it going, and so these videos aren't too boring. But when the trades happen, it's also they happen pretty quick for me, so it's hard to move stops and move targets and get everything set up quickly. Although maybe that's good practice for me. Maybe that's what I need. Let me know if you guys have any comments or want to see something in particular in the videos. I think this is where we left off, right? Oh, we left off here. Wait, no, I don't remember. Well, we'll just pick it up here. Yeah, this looks about right. We took this trade, took this trade. Yeah, this is about right. So we had this trade within the first couple of minutes. This one I didn't move to break even, and this ended up being a loss, even though I got to 53 ticks. Still ended up being a loss. Oh, look at this. I'm not going to take it, but I wonder if this is going to hold this level. And then finally come back to VWAP. I liked this trade here, obviously because of its proximity to the value area. Yeah, that ended up being a pretty good one. The value area low. I like that it held this level for 3 bars, but not not going to take that. As always, I'm curious to see what works for you guys. I'm kind of blinded by what I see. So if you guys have tips or tricks for me, I'd love to hear them. Or if you want to see something different in the videos, like if you if there's something in particular you want me to highlight, just let me know what that is. You can reach me in the comments or on the TO Discord. Uh, this is the mirror. If for those of you who are new, this is the mirror indicator. It's based on the levels indicator that I used to trade. You can go watch those videos if you want to see where the levels come from, but it's all consolidated on one chart. And it also includes the volume profile from a configurable 1 hour window. That volume profile dictates the bias so that we only see trades in one direction. Everything is free and open source. There's links to the GitHub in the description of the video. So this is the trend start up. That would make sense. Yeah, this is the previous trend start up. So if you want to know where that comes from, that line, here's the trend start up one down here. But so this is because price crossed below this old trend start. So now this becomes the new trend start. You can see it was wicked here, here, and here. I just keep this chart up as a learning tool. I don't ever look at it. Oof, what do you do here? We got the 30-minute with the fresh 10 minutes. With all these wicks, this level I think won't hold. So I'm awful at predicting the market. That's why I just do what the signals tell me. um, yeah, just like in that case. But a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, once these levels have been wicked, especially wicked multiple times like this, the next time it comes down, it can break through. Or it just might go up, or that might be it, and it's headed up. In previous videos, I've talked about the trades that I like. I like the clusters. I like the clusters, especially around the volume profile levels. I'm hesitant to take just the volume profile as its own signal. I've seen some great ones, like right here. This looks like a pretty good one, but I like to see a signal with it. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I need to get over my bias there. But I really like to see signals with volume profile levels. Yeah, see that would have been a pretty decent trade. 66 ticks already. Yeah, maybe that's something I need to incorporate is this type of bar on the volume profile level just by itself. What I definitely won't take a cluster that has gone this far up, because if I took this when it crossed below this signal, I would have to put my stop. So since this is a 15-minute signal, this 15-minute window here, I would have to put my stop all the way up here. So I don't like to take 15-minute signals like that. Now, if I would have taken this up here, that would have been a nice tight stop. But like I won't take this right here because of that, because the stop would have to go up here. It's just too far. And it never really closed below it. Oh, I have a second chance. Second chance to take that short. We're going to take a pass on that. So I like these clusters. I like them around volume profile levels. I like the clusters to have for whatever reason, a smaller time frame signal into a larger time frame signal. So like this 5 going into this 10, I would call that a B trade because there's nothing else with it. If it had a 30-minute with it, that would be an A trade. If it had there's a 30-minute. If it had a volume profile level near it, I would call that an A trade, but this was a B trade, great B trade, but it worked out. So something like this, I'm not going to take, if it comes back up and wicks this 30-minute level, I might take that. I'd really like to see something with this 30-minute level. Let's see, we're getting closer to a new hour. That's where, for whatever reason, we tend to find some trades in that first 15 minutes of an hour, probably due to volatility increase, more people taking trades after they see the close of the hour. It's really sticking to that level, huh? Oh, there it goes. $56. Ooh, interesting. $59. Let's see what it does. See if we get this last bar dictates what our bias is. If it's above the POC, then we'll have a long bias. If it's below, I'm guessing the POC is right around here. Oh, this is one of those cases where it's right at the. See, this is where I wish the indicator had displayed the bias. I'm going to have to add that. It's driving me nuts. So we probably have a zero bias here, but I can't tell. And a zero bias means you get signals in both directions, which, given my track record of predicting the market, is not great. So my thought process on that, when it happens, when you get a um, zero bias, so signals in both directions, is to just either don't trade at all or trade in the same direction as the previous 1 hour window, so short. All right, so we're in that first 15-minute window of a new hourly bar. So I'm looking for a signal short, I think. See what we get here. Oh, looks like the long. Maybe that counts as a positive. When in doubt, don't trade. This could be a pretty boring video. Oh, look at that. I guess I got to trust the signals. Right at the POC, just below it, long. Yeah, still some growing pains. So we did have the stack tens. We are within, within range of the POC. That's okay. Got that, wicking that 4 hour level. These 4 hour levels behave more like zones than levels to me sometimes. That's the vibe I get from them. We're also coming right up into this previous POC. Another long signal. I don't know. I don't like to treat them like regular signals. More like like I said, like a zone. Kind of kicking myself for not taking that now. It's all right. It's good practice. There'll be more trades. Right at the value area high. I got to take it. Oof, my stop is way back here. That was a really late entry. Oh, I don't like this at all. This could be terrible. I might put my stop there, get out, and then re-enter. Yeah. Wow. Let's see if this gets back up there. Okay, I'm back to break even. That was tough. Yeah, I really got to wait until the end of that 10-minute. So I got a really late entry here. It's a good trade. It's just I would have had to put my stop way back here. So I was better off just getting out and getting back in. But then your mindset's a little messed up because then you're just trying to get back to even rather than. So I guess my takeaway for myself on that one is if I miss the entry, just let it pass. Because I could have just re-entered here. Would have been a much better trade. And this one actually wicked. Actually, they both wicked the value area high. Oh, should have stayed in that. So this one, would have been a good one. And then maybe worst case scenario, I break even on this one and then re-enter on this one. But since I didn't lose anything, I have the confidence to let it ride. But when you lose big on one trade, you get in your mindset changes and it's harder to, I don't know, for me anyway, to have the confidence to let a trade ride because you really just want to take profits quicker. But really good trade right here. We've got the wicking of the value area high. That's like ideal. So I missed this one, kind of screwed up this one. We're 1 for 3. Well, 1-1. I guess this one, missing a trade doesn't count. It's a good level right there. Again, I'd probably take it, but I really want something else with it. Oh, I really should have taken that. Okay. Boom. All right. Come on. Wow. Note to self. I'm going to come back and study these lines. This one, great. Had the signal with it. This one, curious. We had this one as well. Yeah, but I'm really looking for those stacked signals. That being said, if we maybe if you guys study this, there might be something to being over the value area high and then retesting a 4-hour level or something like that. I'll leave that up to you guys to study the different correlations between the different signals and timing and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm going to do the same. But if you guys can share what you learn in the Discord or in the comments, or hit me up. My handle on Discord is Alighten. You can always hit me up there if you have any questions. You don't feel like asking them in public. All right, we're coming towards the. Oh, we got a ways to go. 18 minutes left. So here we had another, came up, wicked that level. Again, we were thinking short here, and rightfully so. Long here, long here. Oof. I hate to take. I'm not taking a solo 5 minute. It's just not in the cards. level over here. Don't really like those where the 5-minute, where the smaller one is on the top. I don't know why that is. Might have something to do with the fact there's more movement on the smaller time frames. This is interesting. Getting a bit of a cluster. That's a good sign. There is a 15-minute there. This closes above, maybe. Gotta wait for it to close. That's a B trade for me, I guess. So I'm only going to put 2 contracts out. Maybe move to break even a little earlier. Oof. Let's let it go. Okay, break even. Take half. I'm going to close that. Oh, 70. There you go. 92. I guess I should have held it. I'll take that. So interesting. So definitely a valid trade. We had the 10-minute, and then we closed above the crossed over into the 15. I would call that a B trade. I'm glad to get on the boards there, though. And we're coming into our next hour here in just a little bit. We're at 13:55. Oh, I'm definitely not taking that. I mean, in most scenarios we would pull back a little bit toward in the last 5 minutes of the hour. So this may go up, but it's just a higher likelihood of coming back. And of course, as soon as I say that, this is why I cannot predict the market. I am terrible at it. You could pretty much, I could predict the market, just do the opposite of whatever I say. I was joking around with someone about that, switching up, having buy and sell buttons that do the opposite. So if you hit buy, it sells. Trading humor. All right, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna give this next 15 minutes. Here it comes. I'm gonna give this next 15 minutes a shot, and then I'll end the video there, and then I'll post it since we had a loss and a win, or a loss and 2 wins, and then a airball by missing this trade. Okay, we're coming back to, so POC's way down here. Oh, what do you do? We're right at the POC. If this closes above, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a lot of it. Probably wait all the way to the end of that 5-minute window. to make sure this is a valid signal. Now, even if it is a valid signal, I have to move my stop all the way down here, so I'm not thrilled with that. So I really like the ones that don't, um, let's give another example. So like this one where the wick is just barely over the level, or this one right here where the wick is barely over the level. This one is a great example. These do go in your direction sometimes, but look at that. Oof. I kind of have to take it. If it closes above that level, I might have to take it. I don't like it, but I'm going to take it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, 50. Yeah, I'm glad I got out of that alive. It did shoot up to 50. I have it on 3 times speed, so I probably would have taken half if I had a moment to think about it. I got to work on my reflexes, maybe play some more video games or something. But yeah, that would have been 50 takes. This is a possibility, but if you notice, do we have a 30-minute? Oh, we do have a 30-minute. See what happens here. Oh, that's a huge bar. God damn it. I should have taken that earlier. It's fine. I'll take one. I'm actually going to get out of this. This is too much, if I even can now. Yeah, I probably could have held on to that, but I just do not like taking these giant entry bars where I'm just so, I mean, that's 77 ticks there. And honestly, I would have had to put my stop back there. It may have been an okay trade, but there was a 30-minute. Those are my favorite. We had the stacked levels, the stacked signals. We even wicked this. Maybe if I entered here, having seen these levels appear, but then you really need to wait um, for the bar to close over the bigger level. So like I would have had to wait for this 30-minute, the bar to close over there. I mean, it turned into a trade, but that's quite a bit of heat. Best case scenario, that's 77 ticks of heat. Worst case scenario, that's 105. But yeah, it seems to be always pretty well, not always, but pretty regularly trades in the beginning of the hour. So if you want to spend less time staring at charts, your best bet is to jump in at the beginning of the hour. You get stuff like this, like that. Man, if that was a smaller 1-minute bar, that would have been a great trade. I've been burned a lot of times by big bars that don't actually close above the levels, though. They just wick up and wick right back down. So I really want to make sure and confirm that the bar, the 1-minute bar, is closed above the level. I think we saw that in a previous video where I got burned over there. All right, that's a good place to end it. We had some trades. We had a break even. We had a couple winners and had a loser. We were able to get out of that loser without totally killing our P&L. But you can see I think I had to take 4 contracts to get back out of it. to dig out of that hole, and then didn't actually get really into profit until this trade here, and up 1,700 bucks. I mean, I'll take it. That's with a goal of 2 to 3 grand per day to pass a 100,000, 150K eval. That's not terrible. And that's right around where I'd want to be. I'd be totally happy with that day. But, you know, we just have to keep practicing, and you'll start to identify the trades that you like the best. And then post them in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you guys like. All right. I'll catch you guys in the next one.